What is up, YouTube? This is King Monarch from Team FM, and coming at you with the deck profile. It is Agent Fairies. It's my new competitive deck to replace Formula Monarchs, since obviously they're not all that playable anymore. So I'm making these instead. Just a note beforehand, if you're looking for tour guide agents, go somewhere else. This is not tour guide agents. I don't have tour guides, obviously. I'm a rather budget player. I'm like a mid. I'm like a mid. Like, budget's here, non-budget is here. I'm like right here. Right on Brionic's face. Anyway. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Tour guide agents are awesome. I'm not like those people who are too poor to afford them. And then they say, oh, I don't think it's that good, it's overhyped. They are a good deck. I understand that. And I want them. If you guys have them, for some reason, you got tour guides and they're just sitting around, I will trade for them. I really, really want them, along with a Blackluster Soldier. But if not, I understand a lot of people, like to use them in the plants and stuff. So, anyway, I'm just going to get on with the deck. Torster Christie is the best boss monster in the deck. He's just so abusable. If you get one out, you're going to get the same one out as many times as you need to, unless your opponent like deprisons it or something, which would be really annoying. But really, 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 really good card. 3 Master Hyperions, your second boss monster. Also really good. Easy special summon. If you draw Christia late game, he can help empty out your graveyard, so you have 4 fairies in your graveyard. Drop Christia. Very, very good card. 3 Earth. He's a level 2 tuner. He searches stuff. He's a Stratos. He's a free +1. He's really good. I do run 1 Jupiter. Might up this to 2. He's only really there as an alternate Earth target. Because if you draw into double Earth or an Earth and a Venus, you don't want to waste your Earth search on another Venus unless you have like Herald of Orange Light in your hand. So you want to get something that you might actually be able to use. And Jupiter is that card. I mean, he can turn into a huge beat stick. I really don't use that effect that often, because I don't need to. I mean, I guess he could like run over Sheehan. He can run over Stardust. So he can be useful. Upping this up to 2, possibly, but I doubt it. I don't love him that much. I don't run Sanctuary, so I don't get his second effect, because Sanctuary is really bad. 3 Venus, spams your Shine Balls. You can go to Trish, any level synchro, really. Really good. Shine Balls, going to Trish. 2 Birdman, really good card, super easy Trish. I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, the main combo of this deck is to summon Earth, and then protect it for a turn, and then play Venus. Birdman, I mean, yeah, that's combo, but Birdman makes that so much easier. If you like draw into Earth and Deprison, or you don't draw into Deprison or Honest or whatever you need, or Mirror Force or whatever, Birdman can help you go into Trish still, because then you search out your Venus, summon Venus, Shine Balls, and then you can bounce one. You got Tuner again. Go with the 3 Shine Balls, and you got Trish and a 16 beater on the field. So very, very good. Really super easy Trish plays. 2 Herald of Orange Light. He's like Effect Failure, except he destroys your monster. He really makes dead Venuses live again. I mean, he's basically in there to make dead Shine Balls and dead Venuses useful again. He also really helps fill up the graveyard for Christia, because if you draw Christie in your opening hand, he's going to be dead for a while, because it does take a while for this deck to fill up the graveyard. This really helps with that. Another card that really helps with that is Honest. Awesome, awesome, awesome in Tour Guide Agents, because you can search it with Sangan, then reuse it with Christia. I love reusing this card with Christia. That and Herald of Orange Light is just so, so broken. Because obviously it's the best light support in the game, so you want it in your hand as soon as possible. Also helps protect Earth. And 1 Gores. I don't run Tour Guide, don't run BLS, but I do run Gores. Might take it out. I really don't know. I forgot to mention, this deck is in its early testing stages. About as early as it can possibly get. I really don't know where I want to go with the deck. But I guess I'll talk more about that later. So yeah, Gores. He'll probably stay. I actually really like him, but we'll see. For spells, 3 Duality. Adds a lot of consistency in the deck. You can get, you know, the Hyperion if you need it. The Christia, your Earth, your Venuses to set up Trish plays, your Birdman. And yeah, it's a really good card. You guys have no idea. One other thing, I don't play Cards from the Sky. Some people are going to argue with me about that. I just don't like the card. I mean, it's worse than Pod Duality. And people say, well, yeah, but you can play up to, you know, 2 or 3 per turn if you draw into more. But, I mean, that means removing a lot of fairies from play. And if they're... I mean, I can't think of one fairy in here other than a dead Shine Ball or a dead Venus you would want to remove from play. It's just, you don't. And you can't connect your battle phase that turn. It's a terrible top deck. I'm just not a fan of the card. I used to play it. I played it and I was like, why the heck am I running this card? It's not that good. Huge drawbacks. So don't run it anymore. One Mind Control, because you're running Seas and you run 7 tuners. So almost never dead. One Book of Moon. Staple. 2 MST. Might up this to 3. I'm kind of testing right now. In all my decks, 2 or 3 MST. Just because I really don't know about it, you know. I think 3 might be overkill. Probably side the 3rd as of now, but probably won't main the 3rd. I just think it takes up too much space. 1 Heavy Storm. 1 Dark Hole. Oh yeah, by the way, a high want of mine, looking for a Hollow Heavy Storm. Oh yeah, and Hollow MSTs. So if you guys have those, let me know. Look at my trade binder. Probably have a link, maybe somewhere. And 1 Monster Reborn. For traps, I run 2 Deep Prison. I am very stuck on this card for next format. I really don't know what I want to do. My first thought was, oh my god, MST at 3 and Heavy Storm, replace all these with Compulses. Because with so much spell and trap destruction around, Chain Ability is going to be very, very good. If your opponent destroys your Deep Prison with Heavy Storm or MST, it's a dead card. I mean, it really didn't help you whatsoever. Compulse, as long as they have a monster on the field, it's going to be live more often. So this will probably come out for Compulse, but right now I'm just testing it. See how bad it really is for me. 1 Solemn, because God says no. 2 Bottomless until Solemn Warning comes out in Super, which I can't wait for. But until then, Bottomless. 1 Starlight Road, because everybody runs Torrential, everybody runs Mirror Force, everybody runs Dark Hole, everybody runs Heavy Storm. That's 4 staples that this card can stop. Very, very good. Helps protect your Christia with this on the field. Unbelievable. 1 Torrential, 1 Mirror Force, and 1 Trap Dust Shoot. This deck is a main card deck now. I don't care what people say. Heavy Storm is back. People aren't going to be setting their entire back row like they did last format. Like, set a monster, set 3 or 4 back row, go. Trap Dust Shoot is dead. And if you can draw it first turn, it's just live so much more often. It's stable, this format, guys. Just because it can win you the game first turn, if you know what your opponent has. For the extra deck, we have 1 Gachi Gachi. Don't play more than 1. I see people and they're like, oh my god, Xyz, they're so cool, I'm going to run like 3 Gachi Gachis, because you can play so easily. Don't even do that. I mean, you have like 8 level 2s, I realize that, but the only ones you're going to be using is Shine Ball. The only time I bring out this card, first of all, it's a bad card. Okay, it's not that good. It stalls for a while, it pumps up some of your monsters, but what, by like 400? I mean, it's really not that good. The only reason I ever bring this out is because I have Venus in my hand without a tuner on the field, or Birdman in my hand or something. That's the only reason I ever play this guy. Only play 1. I cannot stress that enough. 1 number 17, because you play, let's see, 2 Birdmans, 3 Venus. Makes those dead Venus live. Again, that's this deck's biggest problem. You have to play 3 Venus, but then once he uses effect, he's really not that good. I'm going to speed through this because I'm running out of time. 1 Armory Arm, 1 Android, it's going to be a Hyper Librarian. 1 Catastor, 1 Bionic, 1 Gaia Knight, 1 Black Rose, 1 Scrap Archfiend, 1 Ancient Sacred Wyvern, 2 Stardust, 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Avenging Knight, 1 Trish, most important card in the extra deck right there. Okay, again, this is my new tournament deck. I'm taking this to regionals. I really, really need you guys' opinion. I really, 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 really need your guys' opinion. I can't stress that enough. Please, please, please comment later.